Welcome back to AFT Die Season 9. It is round 12. It's we've got five more rounds to go after this round, and it is getting interesting up the top there. All right, let's get stuck into it. It is Port Adelaide versus Fremantle at Adelaide Oval. Let's go the first quarter, and the first quarter is nearly done. First quarter's done, and Port Adelaide have kicked 3 goals 4 to Fremantle 2 goals 3. So it is 7 points of difference to Port Adelaide. Let's go to the second quarter. It's 22-15. Fremantle on top. Port Adelaide win. It gets them closer to that top four position. All right, we've got Fremantle. They've come out the second quarter, have kicked 6 goals 1 to Port Adelaide 2-1. And at halftime, it's 17 points to Fremantle. Let's go to the third quarter. And the third quarter has been completed, and Port Adelaide, after half-time, have kicked 6 goals 5 to Fremantle 4-4, and it is 4 points the difference. This is match of the round for round 12. Last quarter underway, and the siren's gone, and Fremantle have won by 15 points, so they keep their top position on the ladder. They've got 10 wins, 2 losses, and they've defeated Port Adelaide at the Adelaide Oval. All right, let's get stuck into the next game. It is GWS versus St Kilda at the Giants Stadium. Now, St Kilda need to win this game to keep any chance of top position. And the first quarter has completed, and GWS are 6 points up, 24-18. Let's get stuck into the second quarter of this game. GWS want to win. And we've got St Kilda. They've kicked 2 goals 4 to the Giants, 1-4. And at halftime, it is 34 apiece. Let's get stuck into the second half of this game. Second game for round 12. All right. So St Kilda have kicked 6 goals 2 to GWS, 5 goals 6. And it is 2 points the difference at three-quarter time to St Kilda. Okay, the last quarter is underway. Who is going to win this game? And the siren's gone, and St Kilda have won this game by 17 points. They kicked 5 goals 2 to the Giants, 2 goals 5. And that keeps St Kilda in touch of the top position of the ladder. All right, let's get stuck into the third game. It is Hawthorn versus Western Bulldogs at Marvel Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter of this game. And we've got Hawthorn. They've kicked 5 goals 6, 36 to the Western Bulldogs, 1-6-12. So it is Hawthorn in 8th position to playing 17th position. And we've got Hawthorn at halftime have kicked 2 goals 4 to the Bulldogs, 3-5. And the Bulldogs are down by 17 points, 35-52. Let's get stuck into the second half of this game. Third quarter has completed, and Hawthorn are kicking away. They've kicked 4 goals 5 to the Western Bulldogs, 1-4. And the Bulldogs are down by 36 points. Let's get this. Go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, the siren's gone, and Hawthorn have won this game by 19 points. So that pushes them up to 5th position on the ladder, and Western Bulldogs are down on the bottom. All right, let's go to the next game. It's Melbourne versus Essendon at the MCG. And the Bombers, they're in 3rd position. Melbourne's in 6th position. First quarter's done. And it's 1 point the difference to Melbourne, 34-33. Second quarter underway. This game. So far, we've had close games. And we've got Melbourne at halftime up by 14 points. They've kicked 6 goals 5 to Essendon, 4 goals 4 at second quarter. And it's 75-61 to Melbourne. Third quarter has completed. Melbourne have kicked 5 goals, 5 to Essendon, 4 goals, 6. And it is 19 points the difference to Melbourne. Last quarter underway. Could well be a Melbourne victory here. No, Essendon, they've denied Melbourne any chance of winning this game, and Essendon have won by 7 points. They kicked 5 goals, 6 to Melbourne, 1-4 in that last quarter, and that keeps Essendon alive in the top 4. All right, let's go to the next game. It is North Melbourne versus Richmond. North Melbourne 14th, Richmond's 12th. Okay, Richmond have kicked 6 goals, 3 to North Melbourne, 4-5. So Richmond are 10 points up, 39-29. Second quarter underway. And Richmond, they kicked 3 goals, 6 that quarter to North Melbourne, 5-2. And it is 2 points the difference to Richmond, 63-61. Third quarter underway. And North Melbourne, they kicked 3 goals, 2 to Essendon, 2-2. And North Melbourne are 4 points up, 81-77. Last quarter underway for this match. And in the end, it was a close one. North Melbourne on the siren have won by 1 point. They kicked 5 goals, 6 to Richmond, 6 goals, 3. And what a match. North Melbourne push above Richmond now, and North Melbourne are in 12th position. Let's go to the next game. It's Carlton versus West Coast Eagles. First quarter, playing at Marvel Stadium. First quarter's completed, and West Coast are 4 points up, 14-10. They kicked 2 goals, 2 to Carlton, 1-4 in that first quarter. Second quarter underway. Second quarter, Carlton, they've kicked 6 goals, 4 to West Coast, 3-5. And Carlton are 13 points up at halftime, 50-37. Second half of this game is underway. Third quarter has been completed, and Carlton have kicked 5 goals, 6 to West Coast, 3 goals, 5. And it is 26 points of difference at three-quarter time to Carlton, 86-60. Last quarter has started. And the siren's gone. Carlton have won by 20 points. Carlton, final score, 14-19, 103 to West Coast, 11-17, 83. All right, and that puts Carlton in the top 8. Let's go to the next game. It's Collingwood versus Adelaide Crows at the MCG. First quarter underway in this game. And first quarter's completed, and Collingwood are up by 1 point, 15-14. Collingwood kicked 2 goals, 3 to Adelaide, 2-2. Second quarter has started, and it has completed. Collingwood have kicked 6 goals, 2 to Adelaide, 1-5 in that second quarter. And at halftime, Adelaide are down by 27 points, 28 points, 25-53. Third quarter has completed, and Collingwood have kicked 5 goals, 2 to Adelaide, 6-3. So that puts Collingwood in a good position, 21 points up, 85-64. Last quarter underway in this game. And the final siren's gone. Collingwood have won by 32 points. Final score, Collingwood 16-9, 105 to Adelaide 10-13, 73. So that keeps Adelaide on the bottom of the ladder. Collingwood in 12th. Let's go to the next game. It's Brisbane Lions versus Geelong Cats at the Gabba. First quarter underway. Both teams need to win this game, and Brisbane have come out strong. 5 goals, 5 to Geelong, 2-1 in that first quarter. Second quarter underway. And Brisbane, they've kicked 4 goals, 3 to Geelong. Cats 1-6. And that puts Brisbane up 37 points at halftime, 62 to 25. Third quarter underway. And the Cats have kicked 3 goals, 5 to Brisbane, 1-4 after halftime. And that puts Geelong down by 24 points. Last quarter underway. And the siren's gone. Brisbane have won by 22 points. They kicked 4 goals, 5 to Geelong, 5-1 in that last quarter. Brisbane final score 14-17, 101 to Geelong, 11-13, 79. And that puts Brisbane in a healthy position on fourth. And they've got the second best percentage in the competition. All right, let's go to the last game. Swans versus Gold Coast Suns at the SCG. All right, both teams need to win. Gold Coast, they've kicked 5 goals, 2 to Sydney, 1-4 in the first quarter. And the Gold Coast Suns are 22 points up. Both teams are on 5 wins, 6 losses. They're in 10th. Gold Coast in 10th, Sydney in 11th. Second quarter has been completed. Sydney kicked 6 goals, 5 to the Gold Coast Suns, 5-1. And at halftime, Gold Coast are 12 points up, 63 to 51. Second half underway. Third quarter has completed, and the Gold Coast Suns pushing away. They've kicked 2 goals, 5 to 1-2 in that third quarter. And it is 21 points the difference to the Gold Coast Suns, 80 to 59. Last quarter underway. And the siren's gone. Oh my God. Sydney Swans have got up and won this game by 3 points. They kicked 5 goals, 1 to 1-1 in that last quarter. Unbelievable, which pushes Sydney Swans at the end of round 12 in the 8. So they're in 7th position. They've pushed Geelong down. All right, that completes round 12. We've got, this is the top 8. Fremantle have got the biggest winning streak of 5. They're on top of the ladder. With St Kilda on the same points, 40. Essendon in 3rd position. And then 4th position is the Brisbane Lions. They're a game and a half clear. Make it 2.5 games clear of 5th position. So Hawthorn in 5th position, Melbourne, Sydney Swans in 7th, and then Geelong Cats in 8th position. And then Adelaide Crows are still on the bottom of the ladder. They have every chance of receiving the wooden spoon for season 9. Well, that's comes to the end of round 12. We'll see you next time for round 13, Wednesday, the 18th of June. We'll see you then.